Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mindful Moments. This will be our second sequence inspired by the poetry and yoga sequences that the students that I work with came up with. So I will begin our time together today by sharing the words of a few more of our students. This poem is a collection of the thoughts and poetry from Sabina, Kaleigh, Velia, Madeleine, and Arrion. I am. I wonder when the flowers will bloom. I am adventurous and caring. I feel lonely. I am silly and nice. I hear music. I am athletic and strong. I wonder when I will get a dog. I am funny and positive. I feel joy. I am strong and inspiring. So take a deep breath in as you reflect on those words here. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. You can close your eyes if you want to, or you can keep them open. And we'll take a nice deep breath in again and let it out. Now bring the bottoms of the palms of your hands together. And you can either keep your hands together just like this, almost making a little cup with your hands. Or you can bring your thumbs next to each other and your pinkies next to each other to touch. So you're creating a little flower in front of your heart space. You can look into your flower, imagining what color it is, what it smells like maybe, what does it look like. Really picture it in your mind as you continue to breathe. Thank your flower for appearing to you today. And we'll grow our flower gardens together with a little bit of flower breathing. So take a deep breath in, smelling that flower and letting it out. And now as you breathe in, rise your flower up towards the sun, up towards the sky. And breathe out, allowing it to come back down to your heart space, maybe closing up a little. Again, deep breath in, rising your flower up towards the sky. And breathe out, bringing it back down, closing back up just for you. One more time, breathing in, rising up. And breathing out, coming back down. Open your flower again if it's closed in front of your heart space. Taking one more deep breath in to smell the flower. And blow it out. You can go ahead and let your arms come down by your sides, letting your hands come away from each other. As you take a deep breath in, let's start. We'll leave our left hand on the floor. You can tent your fingertips so that your hand is up a little bit here, just giving yourself a little bit of support. And you're going to breathe in, rising your right arm up and over, leaning to your left side. You can bend that elbow on your left side if that is helpful. Taking a deep breath in, stretching that whole right side of your body here. And letting it out. The next time you breathe in, reaching back up straight. And then bringing the right hand down by your sides and switching, taking another deep breath in. And tilting over to your right side this time as you breathe out. Again, making sure that you're stretching this whole side of your body, this time the left side. Breathe in, coming back up to the top here. You can, if you want to, go ahead and put your hands on your knees here. We'll do some torso circles. So keeping your hips in the same place on the ground, Imagine that you've got paintbrushes attached to your chest and attached to the middle of your back. And we're going to draw a big circle with those paintbrushes, making sure that they touch as far as possible on an imaginary wall that's around us. Starting off in either direction, going slowly, continuing to breathe, making big circles with your torso. And the next time you come to the front, you can reverse direction, go the other way, tracing that big circle all the way around. And the next time you come to the front, you can pause and come back to a straight sitting position here. Take a deep breath in, rising both arms up into the air. And as you exhale, twist to the left, putting your left hand behind you, resting your right hand against your knee, and looking back over your left shoulder. As you breathe in, you can find length in your spine, sitting up even taller. And as you breathe out, maybe twist a little bit further if you want to. One more deep breath in. And let it out. Breathe in, rising your arms back up and coming back to center. Breathing out, twisting to the other side. Now you're looking over your right shoulder, putting your left hand on your right knee to balance yourself a little bit. Breathe in, getting nice and tall in the spine. And breathe out, twisting a little bit further if you want to. One more breath in. And out. And breathing in, coming back to center. Arms up and exhale, hands to heart center here. Going to make sure that I include everyone's the inspiration for everyone's work from the I Am poem from our students. Let's do some seated cat-cows. We're going to do it a little bit differently. First, we're going to sit in a butterfly posture to start to open up our hips a little bit more. So bring the bottoms of your feet together, and your knees can be out by your sides. If you want to, you can put some blocks or maybe some big books if you don't have blocks right underneath your knees to support them a little bit there. That's always an option. But we'll come right here and we'll do some seated cat-cows. So what that means is we'll start with our spine straight up towards the sky. Then as you breathe in, we're going to open up, reach our chest forward, shine our chest forward, lift our chin just a little bit, arch our back for our cow. And then as you breathe out, tucking your chin back in, your back goes behind you for our cat. Again, breathing in, opening up, tilting your chin back just a bit. And breathe out, tucking in. Breathe in, opening up. And breathe out, tucking in. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Go ahead and come back to your straight, neutral spine here. And we'll take just one more deep breath in, reaching up. And as you breathe out, shine your heart forward, reach, reach, reach with your heart first. And then when you can't reach any further, you can curl in, allow your hands to come toward the ground in this seated forward fold. Breathing here. Breathe in, reaching forward and up. And exhale, hands to heart center. You can move your blocks or your books, if you were using them to support yourself, over to the side here. And meet me in a tabletop. So our hands are planted so that wrists, elbows, and shoulders are all lined up. Knees are right beneath our hips. And right here, we're just going to tuck our toes and rise our hips up straight into a downward dog. You can walk your dog by bending one knee and then the other. Here a little bit. Maybe swaying your hips from side to side if that feels good. Go. And now shift your weight into your left foot, just a little bit here, and rise your right foot back and away from your body. Hold this here. You can point your foot, flex your foot, reaching that heel backwards so that you're opening up your hips. And then you can bend your knee and bring it back down to the mat. We're going to switch, shift your weight now to your right foot and reach your left heel up and back to open up the left side of your hips. Breathe here. And then go ahead and bring that foot back down to your mat or the floor. Step forward to meet your hands in a forward fold. You can take opposite hands to opposite elbows for a ragdoll pose here. Continuing to breathe. Go ahead, drop your hands back toward the ground. Inhale for a half lift, keeping your back nice and flat. And exhale, releasing back down. Inhale, rising all the way back up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward, plant your hands, stepping back or hopping back into your plank with a flat back. Slowly lower yourself down to the ground as you breathe out. Breathe in, opening up your chest, lifting your chin, and looking just a little bit ahead for your cobra. Breathe out, bringing yourself back down to the ground. Breathe in, tuck your toes, lift your hips back into downward dog. Exhale, stepping forward into your forward fold. Breathe in for your half lift. Breathe out, release. Breathe in, rising all the way back up. And breathe out, hands to heart center. Let's go through our sun salutation again. Breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, folding forward, planting your hands and stepping back into your plank. Breathe out, allowing yourself to lower to the ground. Breathe in for cobra. Breathe out, release. Breathe in to tuck your toes, rise your hips into downward dog. Breathe out, stepping forward. Breathe in for a half lift. Breathe out, release. Breathe in, rising all the way up. And breathe out, hands to heart center. One more time through our sun salutation. Breathing in, reaching all the way up. Breathing out, folding forward, stepping back into plank. Breathe out and let yourself come to the ground. Breathe in, rising up. This time, if you want to, you can go all the way up into an upward facing dog. Breathe out, backing over your toes up into your down dog. Breathing out, stepping forward into a forward fold. Breathe in for your half lift. Breathe out, release. And breathe in, rising all the way back up. Breathe out, hands to your heart. So now we built a little bit of heat, so let's keep it going. If you have blocks near you or books and you would like them to support you in the next little bit, go ahead and grab them and make them close to you so wherever you'll need them. We're gonna go ahead and again, breathe in, reaching your arms up. Breathe out, planting your hands, this time just stepping back into a downward dog. Taking one breath cycle here again. And then looking ahead and finding that space between your two thumbs, keeping your left foot back behind you and bringing your right foot up in between your hands. You can help yourself a little bit here if you want to by scooching your foot forward, using the blocks here. And we're going to bend that knee so it's at about a 90-degree angle. Our left toes are on the ground, but our heel is still up in the air. And as you breathe in, go ahead and rise up from your low lunge into a high lunge. Breathing in and letting it out. One more time, breathe in and out. Go ahead and plant that back heel. You can bring your back foot forward a little bit if you want to. Now we are in our warrior one position because our heel has come down to the mat, that front leg is still bent. Take a deep breath in, fill your chest with air. And as you breathe out, go ahead and bend your elbows, bringing your arms down by your sides. Breathe in, bringing them back up. And breathe out, bringing them by your sides again. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in one more time. Now go ahead, straighten that front leg just a little bit first. We're going to move into our warrior three here. So we'll shift our weight from both of our feet to our front foot. You can use your blocks if that's helpful. Bending that knee, lifting the back leg off of the ground, supporting yourself on the blocks if you wish, like this. Hands can be on your hips, or you can reach out in front of you. Breathing here. And slowly lowering that left foot back next to your right and forward folding. Take a deep breath here. And out. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, coming all the way back up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Nice job. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands and step back into your downward dog again. Maybe walking your dog a little bit here. This time, look ahead, find that space between your thumbs again. And this time, we'll bring the opposite leg, so your left leg, up to the front. Again, you can help yourself standing up, using the blocks to get there. Keeping the toes of your right foot on the mat, but your heel is still in the air. Bending the left knee. And inhale, rising up into our high lunge. Breathing in and out. Again, in and out. Plant that back heel, your right back heel. Still keeping a bend in your left knee. This time again, we'll breathe in, keeping our arms reaching up for our warrior one. And then as we breathe out, bending at the elbows, bringing our arms down by our sides. Breathing in, reaching up. And breathing out, bending at the elbows. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Breathing in, reaching up, straightening the front leg, preparing to shift your weight from both of your legs to your front leg, your left leg now. Go ahead, bend the knee in the front if that's helpful. Use your blocks or books or bolsters. Maybe you've got a table in front of you that you can balance on, bringing that right foot up, flexing your foot, and continuing to breathe here. These poses take a lot of muscles in your stomach, so making sure that you're helping them to do their work by breathing is important. And go ahead and lower your right foot back down and forward fold. Shake your head yes and say, yes, you did it, nice job. Inhale for a half lift, and exhale, release. Inhale, coming all the way back up, and exhale, hands to heart center. I'm going to turn this way a little bit just so that you can see me a little bit better here. We're going to move on to a little bit more balancing, this time in a different way, with our tree pose. So let's have our feet about hip width distance apart, making sure that we're standing in our mountain pose first, centering ourselves, making sure that you ground down through your feet into the floor beneath you. I'm going to bring my hands to heart center here as we prepare. And let's start on our right foot this time. So you're going to shift your weight gently over to your right side so that your left foot can come right off the ground just a little bit. For your tree pose, you can bring the inside of your left foot just down to your ankle and have your toes on the floor. You can bring it up to your calf, below your knee, or if you want to, you can bring it up above your knee. Just make sure that you're taking care of your knee and not putting the inside of your foot right on your knee. From here, if you want to, your hands can start to reach up as you continue breathing. You can find a spot to look at that isn't moving to help you keep your focus and keep your balance. If you fall out of it, you can always just tap your foot back down and try again. One more breath here. Let's bring our hands back to heart center and slowly bring the left foot back down to the ground. Go ahead and shake out that right foot if you want. Again, we're in our mountain pose here. We'll shift onto the left foot, bringing the right foot just an inch or so off of your floor, bringing the bottom of your right foot either to your ankle, to your calf, or up above your knee if you want to. Find a point to focus on that can help you keep your balance. Breathing in and out. If you want to, you can start to grow your branches up towards the sky, keeping your focus point to help you balance. Taking one more breath here. And bring your hands back to heart center. Slowly lower your right foot back down to the mat. And you can shake out your left foot this time. I'm once again going to turn this way so that you can see the next pose a little bit more. This is going to be our peak pose, our toughest pose, our most challenging. So if you are interested in the challenge, then you can follow along with me. If you would like to just do warrior 3 again, where you're reaching one leg back and balancing this way, that's an option as well. So if you'd like to start with that, that's fine. If you'd like to try dancer pose with me, here is how we'll do it. So first, let's center ourselves by standing in mountain pose, taking a deep breath in, and letting it out. One more breath in, and letting it out. First, we are going to balance on our right foot, so go ahead and shift your weight to your right foot. You're going to kick your left leg up so that your heel is coming right behind your body. You can reach back. Make sure that once you have hold of your foot, you're flexing your foot here. You can, if you want to, if you have a wall or a table or something that's in front of you or next to you, you can help yourself balance there. So I'm going to use the wall at this moment. And then I'm going to go ahead and kick my left foot back, still holding onto it with my left arm until I find a place that is comfortable and I can reach my right arm out if I want to for my dancer pose. Make sure you keep a small bend in that right knee to help your body balance. And then as you're ready, you can slowly bring your leg back down, release it, and bring it down to the mat. I'll switch to go on this side so you can see it a little bit better for our left side. Again, we'll take a deep breath in, centering ourselves in our mountain pose. Breathe in and out. One more time, breathe in and out. Let's bring our weight into our left foot this time and bring the heel of our right foot behind us. Again, you can balance on the wall or a table or something if you want to. Flex that foot that you're holding once you have it and begin to tilt your body forward, keeping a small bend in your standing leg, and kick your foot away from you. Again, if you come out of it, you can just pick up right back again. You may notice that one side is more flexible than the other. That's the case for me. So take a deep breath here. And then you can come back up into standing. Slowly release your foot and allow it to come back down next to you. And as you exhale, let's forward fold. Take a deep breath in here. Dancer pose is a challenging pose. Many of the poses we were doing today are somewhat challenging. So I applaud you for trying them. Let's go ahead and plant our hands, step back into downward dog. And then lower onto your knees into tabletop and push yourself back into child's pose. We'll be here for 4 breaths. Go ahead and bring yourself back up and meet me on your back. So getting there, however is comfortable for you, taking care to take care of yourself. and go slow. First, we'll be flat on our backs here. Reach your arms up above your head for a full body stretch here. Then cross your left foot over your right foot. And take a deep breath in, reaching up above your head. And then as you breathe out, go ahead and tilt toward the right side so that you're stretching your left side body, almost making your body into the shape of a banana. Or maybe a smiley face. One more breath here. And inhale, bringing your top part of your body back to center, uncrossing your legs, stretching all the way up from top to bottom. And then go ahead and put your right leg over your left leg this time. Breathe in, reaching up above your head, and breathe out, this time tilting to the left, curving into a banana or a smiley face on the other side. Breathing in, coming back to center here. Uncross your legs. Go ahead and bring the bottoms of your feet to the mat here. Your arms can go by your sides. And let's bring our knees to our chest here. You can hug them to your chest if you want, helping yourself with your arms, or you can just do it just with your body by itself. Take a deep breath in here. And breathe out. As you breathe in, next you can release your arms if you've been holding your legs with them. And breathe out, allowing your knees to fall to your right side. You can make your arms lay out in a capital T if you want, or you can bend at the elbows. And you can look over your left shoulder if you want to have a little bit of a deeper stretch. Breathe in, bringing your knees back to center, bringing your gaze back to center. And breathe out, letting your knees fall to the other side. And your gaze to fall over the opposite side this time. Breathe in, coming back to center again. Give yourself one more hug. Your knees, maybe rocking back and forth, side to side a little bit here. And then let your feet come back down to the ground and fully extend out in front of you. Your arms can be down by your sides. Let your feet fall away from each other. And connect back with your breathing. Finding a few moments of stillness, a few moments of quiet, to let all of the work that you just invited into your body settle into yourself. During this time, your body not only rests, but it also learns and continues the learning that you started offering it. And slowly, let's begin to bring some movement back into our bodies by wiggling our fingers and our toes. Maybe you gently shake your head from side to side. Maybe you reach your arms above your head for a full body stretch. And then roll over onto one side. Pausing here again, just for one more moment. And then use your hands to gently push yourself back up into a seated position. Maybe your eyes are closed and they can stay that way, or maybe you want to open them. Your hands can be resting gently on your knees. You can have one hand over your heart and the other hand over that one. Maybe your palms are touching and your hands are at heart center. Whatever feels good for you in this moment. Before we close, I'll bring to our minds and our awareness the words from our students, Sabina, Kaleigh, Velia, Madeleine, and Arrion one more time, to leave you with their thoughts and their words, so that perhaps you think a little more about it as you go about your day. I am. I wonder when the flowers will bloom. I am adventurous and caring. I feel lonely. I am silly and nice. I hear music. I am athletic and strong. I wonder when I will get a dog. I am funny and positive. I feel joy. I am strong and inspiring. Thank you for joining me today, and we'll close our practice today by saying namaste. Have a wonderful day, everyone.